Thank you, Mr. President and colleagues. September is Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month, and this month is not quite over, so I wanted to take a moment to talk about one of the deadliest gynecological cancers. It's so important that we keep this conversation going, not just here, but at home with every one of the women in our lives. Ovarian cancer ranks fifth in cancer deaths among women, accounting for more deaths than any other cancer of the female reproductive system. More than 22,000 women are diagnosed each year with a 50% mortality rate. Part of this horribly high mortality rate is that detection comes too late. And for those who fight it successfully, it has a 50% chance of reoccurring. Ovarian cancer can happen to women of any age. So all women should not only be aware of the symptoms which can mask as symptoms of the menstrual cycle, which is why it's extremely important to have an annual checkup and talk to your doctor about any unusual symptoms. And we are displaying some of those symptoms on the screen, I believe. And I'm a husband and a father, and I'm so grateful for the tireless commitment of the incredible people who are focused every day on the battle against ovarian cancer and the efforts to raise awareness. Here in Los Angeles, every year since 2017, we have declared Ovarian Cancer Awareness Day in the city of Los Angeles, and tonight, Los Angeles City Hall and the LAX pylons will once again be illuminated in teal. Teal is the national color of ovarian cancer awareness. And thanks to our neighbors in the city of West Hollywood, where this year they have also lit up West Hollywood City Hall and the lanterns along Santa Monica Boulevard in the color of teal for 14 days this month, thanks to the hard work by our friends at the Ovarian Cancer Circle. This presentation is a little bittersweet for me because this will be my last time as council member presenting this important awareness campaign with our friends here at the Circle and Circle founder Paulinda Babbini, who lost her 20-year-old daughter, Robin, to ovarian cancer. Doctors told her that Robin was too young to possibly have ovarian cancer, and so it wasn't positively diagnosed until it was too late. Paulinda and the Circle's active volunteers include survivors and families and friends who've lost others. They work closely with the UCLA Johnson Cancer Center and Dr. Memarzadeh of the G.O Discovery Lab. In the past years, we've been joined by Council President Martinez and Rodriguez, who cannot join us this year, but I'm also very glad to have Council Member Raman and Council Member De Leon on this important information campaign. They have all pledged to continue this tradition to save lives by sharing this life-saving information and carrying the teal torch. And Councilmember De Leon, if you'd like to say a few words, we would be delighted to have you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, and colleagues, good morning to each and every one of you. First of all, Mr. President, as well as colleagues, I do want to give a very special thank you and a recognition to our very own council member from the 5th Council District, Mr. Koretz, for his steadfast commitment and for his leadership, giving voice to so many women, to so many mothers and sisters and aunts and cousins and friends and co-workers on the issue of ovarian cancer. And I want to give a very special thank you to the Ovarian Cancer Circle, these incredible women who advocate and who give voice to so many families. The incredible work that you all have done collectively speaks volumes to how much work is ahead of us. And this is an issue that is very deeply personal to me. And I remember last year I had mentioned it for the first time, that this impacted me as well as my family, because I lost my mother to ovarian cancer. And I lost her at a very, very young age. The older I get, I realize the age of 54 is so young, and you have so much more life ahead of you. And I lost my mother at the age of 54, and unfortunately, as so many women know, that when ovarian cancer is detected, it's detected usually in stage 4. And we have done an incredible job when it comes to breast cancer. So much so that, women will self-check all the time, and the rates of breast cancer, or at least detecting it early, has increased incredibly. Ovarian cancer is so much different, and that's why we need so much more money at the federal level for research, both from the private and public dollars, because we lose so many folks. And all of you know that I grew up as a single mother, with a single mother, who was both mother and father, who was a woman who put the roof over my head, the clothes on my back, and paid for the rent and paid for the food on the table. So we lost not just a woman, a single immigrant woman with a 3rd grade education, but we lost the main breadwinner, and that devastated completely the whole family. And that's what ovarian cancer does. It just doesn't take away one individual or a woman. It takes away, caregivers, that strong pillar in our society. And God knows, we all know in Latino families, Latina families, that mother is our patron saint. She is everything to each and every one of us, and I know it is for our African American communities and so many other communities. So I just want to thank, my good friend Paul Koretz for your steadfast commitment to these women, and to all the incredible women who are here today, the advocates and activists who every day in the trenches fight for more resources, not just to educate. Education is so critical, but getting those in positions of power to make sure that they use those positions of power to access the financial resources that are so desperately needed to continue the research. And who knows, maybe at SC or at UCLA, maybe at Stanford, elsewhere, we will find a cure, or at the very least, a better diagnostic instrument to detect, this devastating cancer much more earlier in stage 1 or stage 2, where we have a fighting chance. And it took my mom in 1 year after cancer that I went down to the hospital. Doctor said they got about 97% of the cancer. And so me thinking, she's going to live for a long, long time. Within 12 months, it came back ferociously, and she was gone. So, God bless all of you here today, and God bless the women here today who have ovarian cancer, and may we come together to continue to educate LA. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Councilmember De Leon, for that very heartfelt commentary. Now I'd like to hear from Councilmember Raman, who's also joining us on this issue.
Thank you so much for allowing me to stand with you today. I'm very proud, and I'm really here to support all of you in bringing awareness to this issue. Councilmember Koretz, I know you've been so focused on this every year, and I hope that we can carry on the mantle of making sure that we continue to stay focused on this and to bring awareness of this. And Councilmember De Leon, I had no idea. So thank you for sharing those remarks. I'm so moved and touched that you opened yourself up to us today, and to all of you who have lost a loved one to ovarian cancer. I think we are here to say that this council sees you and is here with you and joins you in your fight as you raise your voices to bring more attention to this issue, to bring the research dollars to this issue, and to make sure that this does not go under-researched and underserved because it's an issue that affects women. And I think that's incredibly important for us all to say. We need to stand up together. And I hope that today we can continue to honor the lives lost and pledge our recommitment to all of it. So thank you all for allowing me to be here, and I look forward to continuing to recognize and bring awareness to this issue in the future. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And next we want to ask Paulinda Babbini to say a few words. Her courage to tell this painful story is an inspiration to us all. And over the years, this story and your tenacity has come to mean so much to me and to my staff. So if you'd like to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Koretz, Councilmember De Leon, and Councilmember Raman. It's an honor to be here. My name is Paulinda Babbini, president and founder of the Ovarian Cancer Circle, inspired by Robin Babbini. I founded the circle to honor the memory of my daughter Robin, who lost her life to ovarian cancer at the age of 20. On behalf of all of us, there's Robin, on behalf of all of us at the Circle, I would like to extend my profound gratitude to Council President Nuri Martinez, Council members Monica Rodriguez, Paul Koretz, and now Council Member De Leon for their ongoing support for this proclamation acknowledging September Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month. And I add a special shout out to Ali Samard, who works tirelessly supporting the Circle. We are truly honored that 6 consecutive years, City Hall and the iconic LAX pylons have been aglow in teal, the national color of ovarian cancer. The Circle's mission is to save lives by educating the public about ovarian cancer symptoms, which were shown on the screen and on the bookmarks that we gave out to each of you at your desk. We also support Dr. Sanaz Memarzadeh's research at the UCLA G.O Discovery Lab, whose team works to find more effective ways to prevent, treat, and cure the 5th cause of gynecologic death in the U.S. Ovarian cancer needs a higher and more vigorous public profile. With today's prominent recognition, you are helping that to happen. I truly believe if I had known then what I know now, Robin would be here today to tell the story herself. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Paulinda, for turning your personal tragedy into action that can save hundreds, thousands of women's lives. So we all appreciate you. And I do want to also point out that this year the Circle reached a fundraising landmark of $1 million. Well, let's give them a big hand for that. And where does that money go? It goes to the brilliant and tireless research of Dr. Memarzadeh, who is working tirelessly to save lives at her G.O Discovery Laboratory at UCLA Johnson Comprehensive Cancer Center. So we'd like to ask her to speak as well. Dr. Memarzadeh.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's truly an honor to be here today. Paulinda, thank you for sharing your story. Councilmember De Leon, thank you for sharing your story. It's the stories of those women who actually inspired me when I was training at UCLA to undertake a fellowship in gynecologic oncology, and after that also to pursue a PhD training so that I could care for women and help advance care of women with ovarian cancer, not only through standard clinical avenues, but also through research. And there's much more work to be done. The challenge that Councilmember De Leon just explained, that we can get the cancer, 96% of the cancer surgically and then through chemotherapy, but ovarian cancer often recurs. That's the big question that we are trying to answer in the lab. I'm just gonna give you in a nutshell how we're going about tackling this problem. What we're studying is what's unique about those cells that may be evading or escaping standard chemotherapy. What's the quality of those cells? Are they different from the majority of the tumor cells? Likely those cancer cells also can regenerate and repopulate the tumor. So we're figuring out how can we come up with combination treatments that we can add to standard chemotherapy that can hopefully eliminate those cancer cells. In addition, a very exciting and new avenue of research for us is looking at immune therapy now. We want to understand what is unique about those cancer cells that may evade the patient's own immune system, and how can we come up with immune therapy approaches that can be infused back into the patient with powerful immune cells that can hopefully target and attack those cancer cells. So these are big areas of research in our lab. I'm very fortunate to be at UCLA Health, where through collaborative clinical care, I truly believe we provide the best care and individualized care for every woman diagnosed with ovarian cancer. But not only that, through collaborative research with multiple scientists and brain powers, it takes a village to solve this challenging problem. So we're working on this together, and our hope is one day to tell a woman diagnosed with ovarian cancer and treated that she's cured, and that the risk of the cancer relapsing is going to be very low. So thank you all for your support and bringing light to this cause, which is very important. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for all of your good work. And now we'd like to make a presentation of a certificate to this organization. And maybe Paulinda will accept it on behalf of them.
Congratulations to the Circle, and thank you so much for your inspiring words. There is hope. Thank you for that. And Mr. Koretz, thank you for your dedication to this cause every year you've been on the City Council.